This is a short video. I just want to look at these 6 questions with you. I want to first of all focus on the integer part of each of these radical questions. So let's look at just those, talk about them for a moment. For questions 1 and 2, you should know the square root of 16 equals 4. You should know the square root of 36 is 6. Math is about speed sometimes, about facts that you just have to have memorized, and basic multiplication is definitely one of them. Now, questions 3 and 5 are a little bit interesting. The 25 and 64 are in the denominator. So if I want to look at that number, it's going to be 1 over 25, 1 over 64. But again, I hope you know the square root of 1 over 25. It's going to be 1 over 5. The next 3, 4, 5, and 6. Again, there are some questions I hope you start memorizing. I hope that you've memorized that 2 cubed is equal to 8. Because then you're going to know that -2 all cubed is equal to -8. And if you know that the cube root of -8 is -2. I hope you memorize that 4 cubed equals 64. Because then you will know that 1 over 4 all cubed is 1 over 64. I also hope you have memorized that 3 to the power of 4 equals 81. Because then you know that the 4th root of 81 equals 3. Memorizing these facts means your brain doesn't have to work as hard. Means that instead of worrying about the numbers, you're just thinking about the rules that we're talking about. Okay, so that's the first place we want to start with these. Memorize the numbers. Know some of these. How do you memorize things? I don't know. In the old days, I used to say, you've memorized your mom's phone number, your friend's phone number, your grandma's phone number. These days, nobody memorizes phone numbers anymore. I don't know what you memorize. So that part of your brain isn't getting the exercise, the workout that it needs, especially in mathematics. I would suggest you put these numbers up on your refrigerator. You don't get to open it to eat unless you say the answers. Stick them up on your bathroom wall. Look at them, recite them while you're brushing your teeth. Tape them up beside your bed at night, beside your boyfriend's picture or your girlfriend's picture, so that you spend some time thinking about the numbers as well. The good thing about that is then while you're sleeping, your brain keeps working on it. This is good for us in a math class. Okay, so there's this stuff I want you to memorize. But then we have the rest of the question. We also have y to the power of 14. Well, we know to simplify that, we have the exponent divided by the index. And in this case, the index is 2. So this simplifies to 4y to the power of 7. Question 2, same thing. We need to simplify m to the power of 64 divided by the index. Z to the power of 4 divided by the index. So our entire question, 6 m to the power of 32 z squared. Pause your video, finish questions 3, 4, 5, and 6. So question 3, we're dividing our exponents by the index, which was 2. So we have 1/5 times x to the power of 9, b to the power of 11. We could also write this with x to the power of 9, b to the power of 11 over 5. Question 4, -2 n squared p to the power of 7. Question 5, 1/4 times x to the power of 5, b to the power of 7, which can of course be written as x to the power of 5, b to the power of 7 all over 4. And the 4th root of 81 is 3 times m cubed n to the power of 6. Again, make sure you spend enough time practicing these types of questions before you move on.